My brother Joe Cool Mueller, was born in 1963 in Ann Arbor, Michigan, becoming number 6 born child out of 12 to Neil and Maura K. Mueller. Joe was a very inquisitive young child and figured out at a very young age how to fix anything and everything. Unfortunately for Joe, everyone figured this out and up and down the neighborhood, and Joe spent much of his time helping all these families out, fix everything from cars to anything else you can think of. Joe attended St. Francis Catholic School in Ann Arbor through 8th grade, then attended Tappan Junior High, been here on high school. Joe moved into his own apartment in Ann Arbor after he graduated high school and set up the perfect patio pad, complete with massive hot tub, in the middle of his dinky apartment. I can remember, kinda sorta, many a jungle juice party at the Joe Cool party pad. In 1994, after graduating from college, Joe and brother Eric went on a nationwide tour of 37 states to find the perfect spot where they wanted to move to. Joe initially decided to try San Diego, but moved in with brother Eric in 1995 in the greater Denver area. They both loved the Colorado area because of the mountains, abundance of sunlight, and great people. Joe then bought a house in Thornton, Colorado in 1999. In 2001, Joe met Timmy Langton and his wife Viv. Viv and Joe worked together at Treve. Treve had a softball team that both Viv, Timmy, and Joe were part of. After the first game, they all went out to grab a beer, and when Joe and Timmy started talking, they found out they both shared a love of MGD beer and rock and roll. That started a 20-year bromance that included some of these statistics. Over 1,500 concerts attended together. They attended ZZ Top 50 plus times, Lynyrd Skynyrd 50 plus times, Styx 50 plus times, Sammy Hagar 50 plus times, and AC/DC 40 plus times. AC/DC was Joe's favorite band. The other statistic that absolutely blew my mind was the admission that between Joe and Timmy, they have consumed over 50,000 bottles of MGD. That they can remember. In 2018, while Joe and Eric were on the Alaskan cruise, Eric noticed that Joe was not able to do some of the things he normally could when they did some off-ship excursions. It was at this point the symptoms of ALS started showing up. Joe went to a couple of different doctors, but they could not figure out what was going on. One of the diagnoses was drop foot. At Eric's 50th birthday party in May of 2020, Joe could not walk up the steps at the house they were at. In November of 2020, Joe, Eric, and Mike headed to Salt Lake City in the Hoopty-mobile to spend Thanksgiving with the West Coast family. The Hoopty was Joe's party camper that the crew drove to concert venues to pregame at concerts. While Joe was there, Sister Debbie set up an appointment with a doctor who she worked with, who specialized in neurological diseases. The doctor spent a full day working on tests for Joe. It was after this exhaustive battery of tests that the doctor told Joe that he had ALS. Joe's initial response was one of denial, anger, grieving, and then acceptance. Joe decided that he was going to go out in style and bought Hoopty 2 so he could do some exploring in the last phase of his life. This also brought up the idea of the farewell tour. Joe wanted to spend his remaining days on Earth having fun and helping his family cope with the loss of their brother and friend. Joe's response to us was, "I'm dying. I will be gone. This farewell tour is for you, as you will be dealing with the loss after I'm gone. What can I do to help you with that?" I guess that is one of the good things about ALS, is that you are able to say goodbye to your loved one. Joe wanted to go out with a bang and did not want to have a victim mentality. In February of 2021, Eric put together a WhatsApp chat group so that everyone was able to share and chronicle Joe's farewell tour. This group organically grew every day. One of the first things that we made was a farewell t-shirt, as every rock tour needs a t-shirt, and I'm wearing that t-shirt. Another event that became a hallmark for the farewell tour was Eric and Joe's Friday steak night. As the months went by, it was a hot ticket to get an invite to the Friday steak night, and guests showed up on Fridays to partake. They bought a ton of Omaha steaks, and another favorite thing to do on Fridays was to watch Ted Lasso or Mandalorian. In June of 2021 was the first farewell tour concert in Joe's backyard. The Goonies are a rock tribute band that played all of Joe's favorites. It was truly one of the most amazing nights I personally have ever experienced. The concert was complete with security, VIP passes, and lanyards to hold your tickets. All of Joe's concert-goer friends and family flew in from all over the country to attend. Another special event recited to me by brother Eric was Joe's last Harley ride in July of 2021. They had 15 to 20 of their Harley brothers on a ride. Eric said it was truly a special occasion. Eric now rides Joe's bike in his honor. There was also an encore Goonies concert in August of 2021. At the end of the concert, Joe gave band members signed cymbals, drumsticks, ticket stubs, etc. This stuff was worth some serious money, but Joe said, "I will be gone. I have no need for money. Rock and roll needs to live on through all of you." Joe was exhausted by the end of that weekend, but there were two more things he wanted to do before he left this earth. In September of 2021, Mike and Joe drove hoopty-doo to Wisconsin to attend nephew Jeffrey Jr.'s wedding. Jeffrey Jr. and Joe had a very special bond, and that bond gave him the drive and the energy to attend. Then, Joe and Eric drove out to Salt Lake City for Thanksgiving, and Joe was able to hold baby Chloe, his niece Claire's newborn baby. One of the things I remember was Joe saying that he wanted to pass away in his own home. Joe lived in a tri-level, so James, Eric, Mike, and myself went to work jerry-rigging a lift to help get Joe from the main floor to the second floor. Good memories of Eric using a motorcycle helmet as a welding helmet to retrofit the chairlift. The other was taking a hacksaw to Joe's sectional so we could install his lift chair. After we cut off the piece, Joe wanted us to put it at the curb because someone's going to want that, who's going to need that. A true Mueller statement. Joe Mueller passed away at his home in Thornton, Colorado, April 24th, 2022, with all of his family around him. Joe was an adventurous, loving, genuine, and thoughtful person. He was someone that always put everyone else's needs before his own. One of the quotes from brother Eric said it best: "You could be who you were around Joe. Joe never judged." DMA Real Estate wants to carry on Joe's legacy of giving. We have set up a website at www.dmaversusals.com where you can go and donate money to the ALS cause. We have picked 2 Michigan-based ALS groups to help families battling this disease and who need help in retrofitting their homes or cars to help their loved one fighting ALS. We also have the Rocky Mountain ALS group that helped brother Joe battle ALS in Colorado. DMA Real Estate will be donating $100 of each closing to one of the 3 ALS organizations in Michigan and Colorado. Joe was someone that always wanted to help others and be there in their time of need. I use my brother Joe as the blueprint of how a person should be and the measuring stick of how I am living my life. Every day I wake up and ask myself, how can I be more like Joe today? Please help us carry on Joe's legacy of helping others. Joe would want us all to do whatever we could to help families struggling with ALS. He would also want us to do whatever we could to help find a cure so families do not have to watch a loved one go through this horrendous disease. I want to end with a quote that really struck me in my research on ALS. ALS is not an incurable disease, it is an underfunded one. Please assist us in helping these organizations find a cure and to help families currently battling ALS or those who soon will. In true Joe Cool style, I want to raise a toast to finding a cure with, of course, an MGD. Thank you.